Hello, friends. I'm Eti from Lincolnwood Library, and I'm here to share some of my favorite YA/adult titles that I really like this year. This is definitely not a definitive list. These are just some things that I enjoyed that maybe you will enjoy, and hopefully you're going to find something you're really going to like. Let's get into it. All right, I am so excited that there are some authors that we get to grow up with, and we get to grow up with David A. Robertson. This is his picture book, When We Were Alone. He's a new one coming out soon. So excited. He published a middle grade book, the Barren Ground series. He also has some great graphic novels, but he also came out with this year with a memoir. This is called Blackwater: Family Legacy and Blood Memory. He and his father are on a journey to return to where his father grew up, to the trap line in Norway House Cree Nation, where they'll reclaim their connection to the land. But it's also the story of David connecting with his Cree identity and his family's history and the history of residential schools and generational trauma and finding ways to understand his father in ways that he didn't when he was younger. This is a masterpiece. This is really, really powerful. I could see that teenagers would really, really appreciate this book and in the pursuit of identity. There's an amazing podcast called Kuweya, which is a Cree word meaning he goes home. Basically, growing up, David A. Robinson didn't know that he was Cree. He spent a couple years discovering his family history and recording it and talking with his family. And Kuweya is his story. And so this is a great companion to that. And also reading this helped me understand some of his other books more too. Highly, highly recommend. Speaking of podcasts, which is a thing I speak about a lot if you know me, I'm so excited that one of my favorite podcasts, 99% Invisible, has a book out now. This is from podcast host Roman Mars and co-author Kurt Kolstad. And they basically zoom into the things in our world, the designed world, that make our cities work and the origins of them and the fascinating stories from like power grids to fire escapes to drinking fountains to street signs. There are so many things. And the great thing about this book is you do not need to travel. You don't need to go anywhere. We're not going anywhere anyway. But you can look at your own city where you live right now and see it with new eyes when you read this book. That's really what books should do, is help us see the world that we're in new ways. So, highly recommend The 99% Invisible City. Another incredible book, this is a book of poetry, and this is by Zetta Elliott, illustrated by Love is Wise. Zetta Elliott engages poets from the past 2 centuries to create a chorus of voices celebrating the creativity, resilience, and courage of Black women and girls. This is inspired by the Say Her Name campaign launched by the African American Policy Forum. These poems pay tribute to victims of police brutality, as well as activists championing the Black Lives Matter cause. This is an incredibly powerful book. It's an amazing mentor text to help young people raise their own voices, and also a great way to facilitate conversations about social activism. Another fantastic book is Lazaway by Darcy Little Badger, who is an enrolled member of the Lipan Apache tribe of Texas. This is an amazing fantasy. This is about 17-year-old Lazaway, or Ellie, who lives in a slightly stranger America. She can raise the ghosts of dead animals, which has been passed down through her family, and she just found out that her beloved cousin has been murdered, and she knows that she has to solve this murder. And so they go to where the cousin lives, and in the town that they live, nobody wants to talk about it. There's this deep secret that is protected, and so she has to work with other people and her family and some friends to tear down the mask of this facade of this city and protect her family and find out the truth. It's super action-packed, amazing, highly recommend.